Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to the video. Welcome to my garage. I'm back out here at the NTD Ranch, and I want to do a little bit of tuning on Wratchet for that. If you remember a couple videos back, I said when I was at the Ram Off-Road Park, I was having issues with the engine kind of falling too far off of idle when I was coming off the jumps. I've done a lot of research since then, and I think what I'm dealing with is what they call a sink state, which has something to do with the ECU losing tooth count on the crankshaft wheel. So I've done some research. I'm going to make some adjustments, and at the ranch here, I can run out to the back of the property, run around a little bit on their grass track, and see if the problem gets better or worse. So I'm gonna go run out and get some initial data. Then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna pull the USB, which is logging data from the ECU while I drive, take a look at it and see if it looks like what I'm doing is helping or hurting it. All right, so I wanted to give you a little bit more detail as to what I'm actually tinkering with on the ECU. So what we're looking at right here is the Infinity, the AEM Infinity, the guts of it. And what I have pulled up right now are the logs from a week or two back when I was actually getting the sync state fail. And if you look right here, you can see the start probability is 100 and the injector, spark, all good. This green box here tells me my ignition power is turned on, and the sync state, this is what I'm focusing on right here, is a 1, it's green, it's good to go. Now this green line down here is the sync state, and you can see a couple blips. You see one right here, and there's one all the way over here, but this is from when I turned the engine off. So if I zoom in on these, you can see 2 sync state losses here, and if we really zoom in on them, so if we look over here, everything's going good, and then as I come across here, you can see that the sync state goes to 0. This is when it's lost account of the crank wheel, and then the start probability goes to 0. Now, if you look, this only lasts for, it starts at 3 minutes, 31 seconds, 0.26, and it comes back at 0.35. So it's literally like 100 milliseconds long. So it's very, very short, but it's enough that I can feel it when I'm driving, because it'll usually backfire or burp or stumble while this is happening. So it's clearly a problem. As a matter of fact, once it was so bad that the engine actually died after it happened. So it's a problem that I need to solve. And you can see on here that in this run, for whatever reason, it happened twice, because it happened over here, right there. And then, of course, it happens, this is a good way to kind of verify things. Okay. So it always happens when you turn the engine off. So if I go to the end of the log here, right there, you can see that I've turned off ignition power, and then everything goes dark. So in my emails back and forth with AEM, they told me to go into the wizard and go to cam crank and go to missing tooth thresholds. And one of these deals with the crankshaft acceleration, and one deals with deceleration. I don't even know exactly what's what. This gets very confusing. And I'm telling you guys what I'm tweaking, but I'm not telling you that I thoroughly understand this stuff. However, they're saying I should focus on the extra tooth detection from what they see in my logs. And they're telling me to take this from 0.4 to 0.3. And you can see right now, this is at 0.4. Now, if we close this, and if I go to a log from yesterday when I was at the NTD Ranch, okay, now we're looking at yesterday's run from the ranch, and first of all, you can see down here, there's no sync state loss except for at the very end when I turn off the engine. So everything I was doing yesterday, I didn't have any sync losses, which is good. And then if we go into the wizard and go to the missing tooth thresholds, you can see that whereas the other day this was at 0.4, I set it to 0.3 here, and so far everything I've seen is good. I haven't had any missing teeth, but if I do get another one at the track, I can take this even lower, but I don't want to go lower if I don't have to. So that's where I'm at right now. It seems to relate back to the sync state, and I'm like, when I'll have a couple of runs, I'll pull the logs like I did here and take a look. So that run looked good. There weren't any sync state issues, so I didn't make any changes. What I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to go back out, give it another run, just do my regular driving, because that's when I was having the issue is when I was diving into turns and kind of blipping the throttle a little bit. So I'm just going to go back out there and do my same regular thing and see if I can get it to reoccur. I'm hoping that I can't, because I've changed some parameters off of AEM's guidance. So hopefully it doesn't happen, but I'm gonna go do another test run. Hey guys, so that's it. I've done a couple runs here. I didn't actually have to make any adjustments while I was here. The adjustments I made before coming out here, with the couple of runs that I did, I was not able to get any sync state issues, which is a good thing. I'm trying to adjust it, but not go too far out of like the parameters that AEM told me to try to use. So right now I'm pretty much right where they told me to try it, and it's working out really well. So I'm just going to keep it at that. And next thing I'll do is I'll go to Ram off-road. The driving that I do at Ram will be a little bit more intense, So that'll be a better test to see if the changes I made are actually working or not. But regardless, this was a perfect opportunity at the NTD Ranch here to come out here and be able to do some driving, come back, do some testing, some driving, back and forth, not have to worry about anybody else around me. So this was perfect. So thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope I get some good footage from the grass track. I'm hoping I can load some of that up and it'll look pretty cool. And aside from that, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I hope to see you on the next video. Take care.